Okay, now that we have the pillowcase, so to speak, the circle, the hole, whatever you want to call it, open, I am literally just going to sew. And one whole side seam, I'm going to sew in a circle. Going over the seam until they match. I sew a little bit over and then I back stitch. Still have my hole, but now my hole's all together and pins are no longer needed. I'm going to flip it and do this side. But this time, I'm going to leave about a 2-inch opening so I can turn the dress like we did when it was a pillow, like we did the pillowcases. Okay, so you're going to do a little back stitch there. And sew in a circle. Okay, as you can see, right here is the stop, and right here's a stop. Okay, I'm going to do a back stitch because I need to leave a hole open so I can turn this garment. I'm going to check it one more time for pins. Uh-oh, there's one. Make sure there's none on that side and none on this side, because once we turn this, we have a dress. Okay, I'm going to stick my finger in that hole, and I'm going to grab the furthest away piece of fabric I can possibly grab. Okay. And I'm going to start pulling this dress through that hole. Now this is a little trying. I pulled it through the hole. You can see I have a little dress here. And I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to pull out the corners. Put that and take a pin and get your corners pulled out really precise. Sharp points are going to make it look more store-bought versus homemade, and that's our goal. We don't want to look like we have homemade clothes. Okay? And as you can see, we have a little dress. Alright? You flip it inside out. And now you have another little dress. A different one. And when we iron this all flat, it's going to look pristine. You're just going to think it's so cute. So now what we have to do is we have this hole that we turned it out. And what we're going to do is get the hole, make sure you are not grabbing the corduroy or whatever fabric you're using. And I'm going to pin that hole up, and I'm just going to do a real light top stitch on it. Now again, I'm sewing in gray so you can see it. But I would use white. I'm going to set it underneath the sewing machine. I'm going to do a really, really, really small stitch. Okay, right up against the edge of that. And I'm going to back stitch as always. Pull up that pin. And all I want to do is make sure that I'm grabbing the front and the back of that fabric. And as you can see, you'll have a little stitch, but if I had done it in white, you would never notice it. Never, ever, ever notice it. Now it's time to iron. Okay, first things first, I'm just rolling that hem, as you can see, so it's very, very, very close together. Where I can only see it on that one side. And I'm ironing it. The more steam, the better when it comes to ironing. Or pressing is really what we're doing. As you can see, I'm rolling it, where you can't see the white, where it's only pink. Puff of steam, picking it up. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing at the top. Do the best I can, rolling it out. Cut any little strings off that you see. Same thing with the armhole. The next thing we're going to do is buttons. When you choose buttons, it doesn't really matter. They need to be the exact same size though, because what we're going to do is we're going to put the buttonhole on this side, which is the back side of the jumper. Buttonhole goes through both sides, and we're going to put a button on this side and this side of the jumper. Okay? So about the same size, and you want something kind of flat, because if it's too pokey, it's going to stick your little girl. And here we have the finished product. You can see the 2 buttons. It is reversible. So this is one side, and here's the other. So you can see this whole dress only took me about 30 minutes now that I know what I'm doing. You can whip these out really quick, and they're so much fun. Make them shorter for shirts, and do some cute pants with them, which will be our project tomorrow. Bye.